Okay, students of class 5, today let's once again see the comprehension part of chapter 5 of Exploring English. That is a prose section on an African safari. Since you had already gone through the first paragraph of this particular prose for your half-yearly exam, so you won't find it difficult to understand the first part of it. So let's see that once again, and after that a few pet puzzle questions will follow, so you need to be very cautious and attentive listener. Now, on an African safari, when my parents announced that we were booked on an African safari in the first week of July, I jumped with excitement and joy. So the narrator was really happy as a child when his parents declared that they would be going on an African safari. Our destination was the Masai Mara National Reserve, a very famous national reserve for animals and people to tour and visit, which is one of Africa's greatest wildlife reserves. Because one more is there, very popular, you might have heard it, Serengeti. Serengeti is one more African reserve for wildlife, mainly for the lions. So this is another one, Masai Mara National Reserve, which is one of Africa's greatest wildlife reserves, situated in southwest Kenya. It is famous for the big five, and those big five animals which are found there: lions, elephants, rhinos, leopards, and wild buffaloes. I couldn't believe I was actually going to see these beautiful beasts. Now, beasts are large wild animals. You can see the word file, a word meaning on the right hand corner side. A beast is a large wild animal. So I was actually going to see these beautiful beasts in their natural home, in their natural place of existence in the wild. Dad told me to pack a rucksack with a pair of binoculars, my camera, a water bottle, a pen knife, and a notebook, which would come in useful. A few weeks later, our small plane prepared to land at the Mara Serena airstrip. We were treated to the breathtaking view of miles of open savanna. Savanna is the grassland of Africa. So it was a breathtaking, means very attractive and alluring landscape. There were swamps and forests along the banks. Now another thing you came across here, binoculars. So binoculars are a small piece of equipment with two parts that you hold against your eyes to help you see things that are far away. The distant objects we can see with binoculars. Even the animals which are far away, if you see them through a binocular, you view them closer by. Breathtaking, another word you came across just now. Breathtaking view is very beautiful. Okay, a very beautiful landscape is called a breathtaking view. Then savanna is the grassland, is a wild open grassland found in warm countries, and that is the grassland which is found in Africa. Swamps, swamp is a wet area where trees and plants grow, not a desert but a wet area, swamp. And forests along the banks of the river Mara. Suddenly, a most attractive sight met our eyes, a very attractive sight view. Okay, very interesting and beautiful view met our sight or caught their attention. It was the wild beast migration. Now in the picture, if you see below, this is the migration of wild beast. They migrate in large numbers, millions of them at a time. So the wild beast migration was the view that attracted their sight. Hundreds of gnus running in a mass across the open land and getting into the powerful waters as they fought against fast currents and waiting crocodiles. Might have seen those. They have to cross a great hurdle in the water because the current is very swift and there are crocodiles, okay, whom they have to fend and try crossing the river without being eaten up by the crocodiles. That's it. We were indeed lucky to witness the sight. So Dad said, the narrator's daddy said that they were indeed lucky to witness. Witness means to see the things happening in front of them. Okay? And I couldn't take my eyes away from the scene. I couldn't take my eyes off the scene. Eyes off the scene means away from the scene or away from what was happening in front of them. So this is one small passage. Now let's try to answer a few questions on this in Ad Puzzle.